Welcome to the amazing Bradmoor farm here for day 2 of the ADC Winmau Championship Tour in the south. Yesterday we had some amazing darts on stream and in the main playing area, and today the action is already hotting up with Archie Self having 110 average, and we've had big fishes galore. It's going to be a tremendous day of darts here at Bradmoor farm, and we now go over to Carl in the commentary booth.
Good afternoon, a Super Sunday. AJ is alongside me. How much are you looking forward to it?
And as if by magic, I'm straight in the commentary booth. But no, it's been a great day of darts so far, and we've had some big upsets. We've had Dai Davies losing earlier in the earlier rounds, but now we're into the last 16. We're into the business end of the tournament, as we like to call it, and we've got a tremendous game here between Pete Hughes and Dan Perry.
Yeah, as you'd expect, two form horses, and Pete Hughes 4-2 was it his last round match. Dan Perry edged out Josh Richardson 4-3 against the throw. Last 16, £1,000 at stake for the winner of event 3, as in all of the events. This should be a belter, best of 9. Most of them went the distance yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. The finals were quick affairs, but not just down to one player being
25.
dominant. It was just the quality was great from both. But Dan going for the bull and hoping to be pinpoint.
Outside, so Pete wins the bull.
So it's Pete throwing first in this last 16 game.
Yeah, the match hardened at this stage, but some of the players that they've beaten along the way.
140.
We had Reece Colley kick off our live streaming board yesterday with a 180, and almost today from Pete Hughes, a Midlander who's just qualified for the Modus Super Series. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, he seems to be playing some really good stuff at the moment, qualifying for the Modus Super Series. But
58.
This is probably one of the better results he's had recently here in Aylesbury. At the first event last year, he got to the semi-finals, but there's been a lot of last 32s and a couple of last 16s. But this is again, this is one of his better performances so far.
Yeah, like you say, you want to get off to a good start on the opening weekend, don't you? Of course, there's 3 weekends and there's 12 events in the south here at Bradmoor Farm, and same at Middlesbrough, but the Middlesbrough Sports Village. But you want to get off to a good start of the weekend. It takes the pressure off, doesn't it?
Yeah, especially when you've got the top 8 players qualifying for the finals. You want to be in and amongst it right from the get-go. You don't want to be chasing at the latter end.
And Pete Hughes
58.
looks very comfortable up on the stage, so I think he'll take to the duck the waters for the Modus Super Series. and he beat Mark Frost to get there. My favourite nickname
60.
in the sport.
Frosty the Throwman.
Oh, unbelievable, Jeff.
But both players in and amongst it with this, 12 darts in, and roughly about the same
85.
stats-wise. But leaving 101 after 15. At this level, for a lot of players, you're looking at between 15 and 18 darts per leg.
Yeah, that's the difference between winning it, I suppose, as well. When you saw Dai Davies, and he had so many 14 darters, didn't he? That 12 to 15 range, and that's the difference between sometimes the last
49.
16 or the quarterfinals and actually taking the title by the scruff of the neck.
Exactly. But Pete
60.
now coming in for 52 for the first leg.
For a polished opener, he wants tops. 2 10s.
Game
Gets
shot.
it. And that'll just ease the pressure for Pete, won't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Pete would be obviously used to playing in floor events, and I don't know about his
45.
county playing, but it's a different game. Playing on stage and playing on floor is two separate things. Dan Perry has got a lot of experience, even though he's only 24. He played for England in the
57.
World Cup in Turkey in 2015. He's got a lot of experience in playing in high pressure darts. So for him, this will be more par for the course being on stage.
60.
Yeah, you can certainly handle it on the floor, as you imagine. Josh Richardson against the throw in that decider, and he got over the winning line. England international courses, Josh. And Jared
59.
Coley beat in an early round 4-1 as well, and another player that could quite easily win one of these events, Jared.
That's it, and that's the beauty of the
100.
ADC, is where you've got established names and you've got up and coming names, and you've got to be on it right from the get-go. There's no easy rounds, there's no easy first round draws. You've got to
43.
be hitting the road hard, and you've got to be playing well, because if not, you're out.
Yeah, Pistol Pete from the fine county of Warwickshire.
27.
I was up there in the Premier League regions, aren't there, of the county darts, Warwickshire.
60.
Yeah, I mean, the Premier League and the UKDA is really, really tough games. I mean, having played for Lancashire a few times, it's
99.
a real honour to put that county shirt on. And with Dan from Dorset, he's of the same, loves playing for his county and loves playing darts.
Yeah, there's another county, isn't it? Although the bottom of the league is
140.
Matt highlighted yesterday, but they've got some players and some depth, haven't they?
Oh yes, without a doubt. It's just unfortunate, but nearly a big fish.
100.
But setting up for 70 left, but 142 can go the way Pete's throwing at the moment.
Are you going the Gezi Price road, or are you going...
I stick on 20s, me. I keep it simple.
Yeah, me too. I don't mind a bit of double 11. Every now and again.
That's it.
70.
It is every now and again as well.
But 70 here to wrap up the second leg, and a great dart, treble 18
Game
for
shot.
double 8, and a really good finish there.
Yeah, as we say, the last 16 stage, but a polished finish in 2 darts like that just shows how crisp and how in form both players are, doesn't it?
Yeah, and if you look at the averages, they're dead set the same. 71, give or take, 18.18 in the averages. But it's Pete Hughes with more ton 40s, but more steady tons from Dan.
Yeah, it was Pistol Pete,
140.
77 average in a 4-3 victory over Adrian Valence in the round of 32. Joe Russell, he beat 4-2. Adam Courtney, 4-3. And Keegan Brown in a
40.
prelim match. I mean, what a prelim match that is to get through that, but to win 4-1 as well. He had a 90 average in that one.
And as you say, you've got established
95.
names there like Keegan Brown, and you say if you're not going hard early, you're going to be going home.
And a 90 average to start off against Keegan, you know that you're match ready, isn't it?
135.
Yeah, you're match sharp and you're ready to go. But Dan Perry here on 266 is going to be looking downstairs. I'm staying there now with having 2.
120.
Oh, it's unlucky, but he's left himself a finish after 9, which is good darts.
Yeah, he's finding his range nicely as Dan, and the averages, although we mentioned at 71 early, it's they're going to be in the 80 ranges, 80 to 90 ranges before long. 2 quality
85.
operators clearly on display here. First look at Dan
49.
Perry, I like what I see. As we say, youngster 24, years of age, but plenty of experience, like I say, with England youth level back in 2015.
105.
Yeah, so 97 here, looking at treble 19. Yeah, tops.
77.
Unlucky there with the bounce, but Pete could pinch this leg here, but hold a throw crucially. Just on the inside, you don't want to go in inside.
35.
Chased around the board, didn't he?
Game shot.
Yeah, and a crucial breaker throw there.
Yeah, I mean, Pete will be gutted about that, but with a best of 9 format, he won't panic. But Dan will be pleased to get that early break, and he was finding his range on the red bit, isn't he? So, and the 97 was unlucky, really, to take the 70 out in 2 darts, and then have the opportunity to take the 97 out. So he'll be pleased to get that break.
Absolutely now, and for Pete now, it's
100.
trying to put that pressure back onto Dan so he can try and break back as soon as possible. Because with this a shorter format of best of 11, you're not going to have many legs to chase.
Round of 16 stage where we're at, Graham Jenkins has beaten Zach Cross. Oh, he's just levelled up as Zach Cross one's apiece in that one. And I mean, Zach Cross was one of the players that I seen early doors yesterday. He had 100 average and he had 130 first 9, and that was at the conclusion of the 4-0 victory. But
27.
what an average that is, isn't it?
That's it. If you can get going early, then you're going to be in and amongst it with the averages as well. I mean, there's been some tremendous darts thrown out on the outer boards, as you can see behind you. There's been some great games, and games which we said would be great finals, semi-finals, but because of the open draw,
78.
you're getting it on the outside boards.
Yeah, it's nice. We're going to have an interview with Archie Self on the conclusion of this match, and he's come up from the Modus last night for the finals night. He's 2-1 up on Graham Hall. Another match that could grace a final.
Yeah, so 6 darts now for 156, but he'll be looking to take it out in 3 at this rate. Oh, he was very unlucky there. But Pete now has got to set up this 163. Try and put as much pressure on as possible. Now, in this situation, would you go for the split? 97. Would you be going for 2 double 8s, or would you attack the double 9?
I think you've got to attack the double 9, haven't you?
Game shot.
Gets it with the last dart. A lovely bumper in, 2 good markers. Thrown against them darts to get that bumper in, and now he's got a 2-leg cushion.
Yeah, showed his minerals there, didn't he, with that last dart?
I love that. We're showing the minerals. Love it.
Yeah, 3-1 advantage. Because that could have quite easily been a break back, and like I say, it's only a break if you're able to hold. A tricky double 9 executed 96. With the last dart. But again, the 156 was unlucky, the 97 was unlucky, the 70 was taken out sharp. Deserving of his break early 100. In this match, 3-1. He's 2 away from a place in the quarterfinals. Very little to separate them, both in the averages, both in the high 70s. He's been granted on them checkouts, hasn't he?
60.
Yeah, and as the match progresses, you're going to see now they're getting more comfortable on the stage with the board. Them averages will go up a little bit more, especially with scoring like that.
Last 16 result to give you, Alan Slater has beaten James Richardson, so both the Richardsons are out. Notice James had a 92 and a 94 average in the build-up to this match, so
54.
A big win there for Alan Slater, 5-4. Quality is ruthless, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's been a quality player for a long time. I mean, when he burst onto the scene with that emphatic win over Raymond van Barneveld at the World Championships a few years ago, but he's always been a quality player.
And here we talk about in this match the 12 to 15 range, 41 after 12.
Double 16, double 8.
25.
So unlucky there, but he's going to be coming back with Pete Hughes behind on 179. Again, Pete has just got to try and apply as much pressure as possible.
Yeah, with the 163 in the previous leg and the 179, he's
59.
He's not really applying the pressure, and 3 more darts in hand for Dan Perry for 4-1. Fresh look.
Game shot.
Takes it out, 4-1 advantage. He's 1 away from a place in the quarterfinal. And that's been impressive stuff from Perry, hasn't it?
It has indeed, and showing that the experience of being such a good player for many years, even at an age of 24, with the England experience, with 41. The youth experience, and that shows you, the future is bright in darts with the youth players coming into these tournaments like they have been doing, and making the transition from being an exceptional youth player to now what looks like a very good, accomplished darts player.
And the JDC
98.
England International, Archie Self, 5-1. He's beaten yesterday's Event 2 winner, Graham Hall, 5-1. So that's a marker down for the rest of the field, isn't it, for young Archie?
Yeah, and with 110 average earlier in the day as well, he's really in some fine form.
Joe Davis has locked it 2-all against Lloyd Pennel.
61.
Lloyd Pennel, when we look at the league table for the South, that's taking shape as we speak. Lloyd Pennel, after day one, was just about made the front page at around about the 45. 62 mark. But a big result for him today. I'll see him challenging for that top 8, won't he?
Yeah, it's early doors, but as you say, you want to be in and amongst in that top 16, top 32 range. So then you're giving yourself a better opportunity when the next set of tournaments are in the next few months.
It's going to be a fascinating table to follow, isn't it, throughout the 12 events.
And it wouldn't surprise me if you see some of the players playing well from the south 100. In the north tables and vice versa, because you've got more opportunities because you've got the split tables.
Yeah, and someone who was maybe just going to concentrate on the south has a bad weekend and then think, right, I'm going to go up the north. So people change the
100.
The plans, don't they, depending on how the results are going.
Yeah, and it's not a bad miss, that. A happy accident, but setting 30. It up. Unfortunate there for Dan, but Pete really needs his 56. If he doesn't, then he could be going home.
2 10s.
36.
2 misses, so Dan Perry, this is his kind of range, isn't it? He's been lethal on it.
Great dart, double 10.
Finds it a 5-1 victory. Very impressive, AJ. A 5-1 victory for Dan Perry. He's into the quarterfinals. He's going to take some stopping on this evidence, isn't he? And Pete Hughes defeated. He'll be back for event number 4. Congratulations once again for his Motor Super Series. He'll be coming up shortly on that. But Dan Perry into the quarterfinals. We're going to go after an interview with Archie Self. Nothing to choose between them on the averages, which are up on screen there now. Interview with Archie Self, and we're going to be back for a quarter-final. AJ, we're going to look forward to this, aren't we?
Definitely, definitely.
We're here ahead of Winmau Championship events 3 and 4 with Archie Self. Archie, how are you doing ahead of today?
Yeah, I feel great after last night. I mean, Modus didn't go my way, but I can't do anything when I come into a Radek Sagansky.
And you mentioned Modus Super Series there, so you've literally come from Portsmouth and a semi-final this week there, straight here to Aylesbury. How are you feeling sort of physically? Are you tired? Are you ready to go again today?
I had a good night's sleep last night, so I'm feeling prepped and ready to go for today.
And to make a finals night at the Modus Super Series, it must fill you with confidence going into these 2 events here today.
100%, because I felt like I was the worst player at that Modus after Tuesday, and then to get through, I was happy, and to come back today and hopefully to try and win one of these, it'd be brilliant.
And to come to these events straight after something like that, does that show just how good the ADC is at this point in time and how attractive it is for players to come and play?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, obviously, you've got all the top players here that obviously played on the Modus, have played sometimes, come off the tour, and it'll be very hard today.
And what are the aims for the 2026 season for you?
Just experience on the Pro Tour, on the Challenge Tour, and on the Development Tour.
And going into this today, over 300 players in the field. What have you got to do to come through that field and emerge victorious?
Just stay focused. Just try not get if anyone tries to get on my head or anything. Just stay in myself and just play my own game.
Well, all the best, Archie, and go well.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back, and as you can see, we're still in the last 16 phase, but you can see the quarterfinals building up there with Archie Self, the man we've just spoken to. in the quarterfinals, along with Dan Perry, as you just saw in his game against Pete Hughes. And then you've got a tantalising quarterfinal there at the top with Ashley Coleman versus Alan Slater. But we've still got last of 16 games ahead. You've got Graham Jenkins and Zach Cross at 3-all. You've got Lloyd Pennel now with a 2-leg cushion against Joe Davis, and Mark Stafford 3-1 up against Chris Wickerden. And then on board 6 you've got Steve West 4-1 up against Lee Evans. Not that one, but Steve West playing some, there's always been there. He's just got the 5-1 win there by Steve West, so he's booked himself a place into the quarterfinals. And as you can see, the action is underway for event 4 of the ADC Winmau Championship Tour here at Bradmoor Farm in Aylesbury. Has there been any moments for you so far that have stood out? So the action in play here for event 4 of the Winmau Championship Tour at Bradmoor Farm.
And when we look at sort of a key highlight so far, I mean, there's so many matches that you could pick, isn't there? But players, you've got like the experience, haven't you, of Steve West. Kevin Payne has been in the field this weekend from a seniors point of view. But it's great to see some of the young kids, isn't it? Jake Hobbs was impressive yesterday on the stream.
Yeah, and this is the proving ground, really, for anyone that's wanting to establish themselves like Dan Perry just did on stage there. You know, these are the events that you've got to go to if you want to make that next step, if you're going to go into the PDC. But with so many opportunities elsewhere with the WDF and with other events as well, it just shows you how much darts there is to be played away from the PDC.
Yeah, and like you say, the strength and depth, and you've got Keegan Brown losing out in prelims. You know, it just shows you there's no gimmies in this sphere. Is the ADC really has got a weekend of tournaments that's you can't take nothing for granted, can you?
There's shark infested water. Everyone is out for blood and everyone's out for wins, and to take home that cheque of £1,000 at each of these events.
Yeah, of course, and the bigger picture is to make the top 8, which is great. But the top 2 to get that global, to get the global finals opportunity, isn't it? And that's the route that Jack Tweddle took last time, wasn't it? And for him to walk away with £60,000 was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, for anybody that's playing in the ADC, whether that be with the Vaults or for the Winmau Championship Tours, to play in the ADC Global Championships for a life-changing amount of money. Jack Tweddle, on his win, now he's able to take his family to Disney World, which that was one of the things that he said when he won, and now he's got that comfortable where he can pick and choose what he wants to play in. And he's off in Germany now, or he's preparing for Germany for a place in the Pro Tour events. And you can say this has been the building blocks to accomplish what he's done so far.
Yeah, and he played in one of the events at the ADC and stayed for the Sunday, and then made a dash to it to make the Pro Tour last time. But to have that day off, to have that comfort with the money that he's won, he's able to take a day off from this and then go over it with a bit more time and a bit more comfort and a bit more preparation, isn't he?
That's it, and that's what the ADC can ultimately provide is, players with more opportunities and, again, life-changing amounts of money, so they can then make better choices for what works for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, AJ, we've got a 10-minute break before the next game, so we're going to show you highlights of yesterday's final. So enjoy the highlights from yesterday if you missed it, and we'll be back for a quarter-final match real soon. Here it is.
98.
So again, it's not electric from Dai Davies, but it's just solid darts. It's solid tournament darts that's difficult to beat.
60.
And now this is an opportunity. The door is ajar. You faded 2-0 down. He's got to find a 2-treble visit, don't you? Or at least a treble. Lovely second dart.
137.
And a great switch. He's listening to us. Nobody listens to me. So lucky and a great adjustment. Spivey will be back for 67.
18.
Someone who prefers tops might go the treble 9 route, but I thought Spivey would go the traditional route. He wants tops.
27.
And Davies will be back on double 16. He's 1 from 1 on it so far.
19.
And 3-0 would have been a big advantage in a race to 5, but Spivey to claw one back. He wants tops. Two tens. Fruitful for him in the quarterfinals with 3 attempts and 3
35.
hits. Actually missed 3 in hand in one visit, didn't he? So 3 victory on the legs
Game
it
shot.
was. But it's Davies who takes the 3-0 advantage. And he's 2 legs away from the £1,000 and topping the South table after one event. Spivey has other ideas.
100.
I think someone should throw the marker £1 instead of 50 pence in the meter. It might just be Dai Davies just composing himself.
$57. $82.
And if you Spivey after the leg that he's just had, you just feel he wants a comfortable leg just to get on the scoreboard, just to feel like he's in the final.
58.
And it seems that Dai Davies is going to grant him that, because he's got a bit of a cushion, especially if he gets a treble here.
58. $100. $100.
Remember, the top 2 in the order of merit at the end of the 12 events gets the automatic ticket to the ADC Global Championships. Winmau
85.
certainly putting on a show in terms of the carrot that is dangled. Real incentive for our players top
48.
of the table, but also the ones aspiring to get that way. It's getting bigger and better every year.
121.
And again, we talked earlier on with my guests in the commentary box, but timing and that 2 treble visit there really applies the pressure on the 113. It's just not happening for Sam Spivey, is it?
81.
Brilliant last start, but a chance to go one away from victory. He wants tops for 4-0.
Game shot.
Ruthless from Davies. He hasn't had to be prolific, he's just had to be professional. Solid darts, that's difficult to beat. And he has the advantage of throwing leg 5. That 10-minute bull off, not proving that it's going to be necessary at
54.
this stage.
$60.
Dai Davies, who's 17th on the Order of Merit nationally overall. That's certainly going to enhance his position in that with the points that are at stake.
60.
But it's all about the bragging rights for now being top of the table in the South, isn't it? Bradmoor Farm,
60.
a fantastic venue with unbelievable darts being demonstrated here for our finalists. And again,
60.
if you're Sam and you come away with a defeat in the final, you've still got event 2 that's ongoing this afternoon, as well as events 3 and 4 tomorrow. A big weekend of darts here in Aylesbury. £1,000 for each event at stake.
80.
I've had the likes of Jack Tweddle that have come away with more than one victory over the course of the weekend. Not a bad little earner, is it?
180.
Turning the screw. A 180 in the leg that he holds the advantage of throw in, and he leads 4-0 in. This is one-way traffic.
98.
And all Sam Spivey will want to do is get off that stage, I believe. But a fine performance from him in reaching the final. He's got 6 darts if required as Dai Davies.
$77.
We'll be back for the 70.
$136.
So here we go, 70 to wrap up event 1. Beautiful first dart. 2 10s.
Game shot of the
Starting
match.
delight
Dai
for
Davies.
Dai Davies. An impressive performance. A 5-0 whitewash in the final. The Winmau Championship 2020.
Welcome back here to Bradmoor Farm for event 3 of the Winmau Championship Tour in the south. And as you can see, the action is hotting up in event 4 on the floor. But here on stage for a quarterfinal match, we have a tremendous game ahead of us. We have got the young gun, we've got the archer, Archie Self, versus, well, it's simply Steve West.
Yeah, youth against experience, and fascinating contest. Both players with a good pace to the game, so it's going to be duking it out. The rapid fire, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's the beauty of the ADC Winmau Championship Tour. This is a prime example where you've got old hands versus fresh faces.
Yeah, and the quarterfinals like just getting underway there. Ashley Coleman against Alan Slater. We've got Mark Stafford against Dan Perry, who we've just seen victorious on the live stream board. Lloyd Pennel against Graham Jenkins. So 4 competitive quarterfinals as you'd expect. Who do you fancy from here?
It's difficult to call. I mean, all these games, and especially in this format, it just needs one purple patch from somebody to run away with it. But you've got to say, with the experience of Steve West, he's been there, done that, got the T-shirt, has been as high as 22 in the world in the PDC. He's won open events all over Europe with Denmark and Holland. So he's got a lot of experience. But Archie Self, former World Lakeside Youth Champion, and did very well in the JDC in 2024, winning 4 events there and being top of the order of merit. This should be a real good game between these 2 players. As we said, you've got youth versus experience. You've got form versus wily determination. It's 2 contrasting styles, but hopefully should make an excellent game.
I was talking to Steve on Friday night. It was at the pre-event for this, and he beat us 4-1. I got a leg on board. And opening leg of 60, 60, 60, 180, 141. He said it felt like a 9-darter. But yeah, Steve's recovered from his injuries, operation and that. And he says he's feeling great now.
Yeah, and with getting up to the business
Archie
end
to
of
throw
this
for the ball.
tournament, and Archie, there's
Outside.
only so much you can say about it. He's a tremendous talent. He had a really good run at the Motor Super
25
Series.
for Steve wins the ball.
Yeah, getting to the semi-final, making finals, it was a big achievement in itself, but then to go on and do well in the group and reach the semi-finals, and then to trek it all the way up here and shows his love for the game, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
180.
And a great start by Steve West there.
Oh, could we see our first 9 data of the ADC on the live stream board here?
95.
Time will tell.
Go on, Westy, fill it up, son.
140.
Oh, he almost done just that. But we're talking about big scores and averages. Archie with 110.
99.
Yeah, he's in good form himself. So you've got 2 in-form players, and Steve looking to burst through the early in this game.
97.
Put his dominance right from the get-go.
Well, with young talents that are brimming with confidence, you've got Steve knows he's got
59.
to do that. He's got to get out the traps, and he's doing just that. 84 after 9 darts, potentially 11 data coming up here. He doesn't have to do the 12, does he? Because his opponent's on 2 for weight.
64.
Yeah, I like that way. With 64 left, as you said, his opponent far behind, so he doesn't have to go for the bull. He doesn't have to leave himself an odd number.
43.
He can just go for the double, and double 10, one of his favourites.
Game shot.
There we go. A real professional leg there. 13 dart leg.
If you like double top, you've got to love double 10, haven't you?
Absolutely. It's
100.
perfect for the... usually they say the left-handers prefer double 10, but if you like tops, you've got to like 10s. Some people prefer 16s.
100.
That's the beauty of darts. There's no right or wrong. It's all about preference.
And following Archie's progress, shall we say, through the advanced tour, what I've seen all year.
57.
He's been a lefty. He loves double tops and 10s himself. Heavy scorer, as you'd imagine, being a youth Lakeside World Champion.
180.
There's heavy scoring, and then there's atomic scoring here by Steve West.
Yeah, he's absolutely battering the treble 20, isn't he?
59.
Great to see. Simply Steve West. Steve also does very well on the Modus, doesn't he, with the Super
100.
Series? He's had his highest ever average on there, 115. I watched the other day.
Yeah, he's become part of the
43.
furniture of the Mulder Super Series. I mean, you see a lot of players who are regular, like Andreas Harrison and stuff. They seem to play their best darts there. It's it's a fantastic
42.
venue. It's perfect for darts, sort of like for stage darts there, where you've got the aesthetics. And I'm sure Archie enjoyed his experience there as well.
43.
Yeah, his experience down there, like I say, he's only going to grow and grow in terms of the experience that he's gaining every single opportunity, isn't it?
75.
The Bradmoor farm, like I say, there's not any better settings than in darts than this, is there? So again, he's adding to his armoury all the time, as Archie, with his experience.
No, I mean, I'm very impressed with the venue. It's, as you say, there's multiple boards all over the place, and you've got 40 playing
99.
boards, and then there's ample practice boards. This is exactly what you want when you come into a darts venue. But leaving double 14,
Game shot.
but it doesn't matter.
Doubles his advantage. Simply Steve West, 2-0 up in a race to 5.
Yeah, and he's hovering around that 100 average. And Steve, going into this match, thought that's what he's going to have to be playing at, because
60.
Archie is a tremendous player, but I think the sheer pressure that Steve West is putting him under, he's really putting him under the cosh, and there's only one thing for Archie to do, and that's
140.
get better, and that is a great start to the leg.
Yeah, Archie last year 6th on the tour, on the advanced tour, that is, with the
60.
JDC, having won it the year before. Did win one of the events last year, but he was consistently
96.
in the quarterfinals, semi-finals. Talk about one of the players that was also involved with that. Steve West has beaten him early doors, Ryan Branley,
180.
and that was in the round of 32. Ryan Branley was second on the tour, on the advanced tour. But 2 players that are going to be looking to do well on the development tour. We saw the breakthrough Ryan Branley had on the development tour, and Archie Self's
57.
got that winning pedigree as well, hasn't he?
That's it, and another 180 there by Steve West. I mean, he's currently hitting more 180s than he's hitting doubles.
139.
Yeah, massive 180 hitter, isn't he, when he gets going? Just the angle that he lies, it's just the other
96.
two, you know, is just going to follow.
Yeah, he uses the weight of the dart really well, but 62 here for 3-0, double tops.
Game shot.
Clinical, absolutely clinical. Another 15 dart leg. He's averaging bang on 100, and Archie's just got to try and get better. I mean, he's playing well, but
100.
Steve West is playing other worldly darts at the moment.
Yeah, if you're an Archie Self in the corner of that, you're thinking one break, a throw, that's all it is. He's got the throw here in leg 4.
100.
But hold, break, hold, and he's back with the advantage in leg 7. So still all to play for if you're Archie Self, especially when we know the talent that he's got. But he's going to have to
93.
move some now because Steve West showed no signs of relinquishing his lead, is he?
No, he's going through the gears, and great cover shots as
96.
England international Lloyd Pennel 2-0 up on Graham Jenkins.
well. And then on the other board, you've got Ashley Coleman 3-2
76.
ahead against Alan Slater. And then you've got Mark Stafford 1-0 up against Dan Perry.
So this is the first leg that Archie Self
90.
is in the leg kind of thing, isn't it? Because he's got the advantage of throw still, but a leg he must win, you feel.
60.
And that's the frustration, and it's just because of the sheer pressure that Steve West has put him under, because he's scoring so well.
I look to leave the 167 there.
48.
When it's going against you, it goes against you, doesn't it?
Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't go your way, and it doesn't matter how hard you try. But he'll be looking to set up here. 92 left.
140.
Great darts to leave 32, but if Steve's going to take anything out, he might as well take this out. He's unlucky there.
Yeah, and Archie seems to be putting a bit more zip on his throw,
60.
so I feel like he is responding, so it's going to be a fascinating conclusion to this match. Takes out the double, and that just eases the pressure, especially with his opponent and scoreboard pressure.
Yeah, and that's one dart straight at it. So he knows he's got his double. He just needs to get that scoring up because Steve is at it again.
135.
And if you're Steve West losing that leg, he'll just be concentrating. He's got the experience, hasn't he? So it won't bother him the fact that he's lost a leg against the throw when he's 3-1 up.
Yeah, he's got a 2-leg cushion and he's got the advantage of throwing this leg. So he's just thinking, score as many as you can, keep the game simple.
40.
That drop out normally happens when you're 3-1 down, not 3-1 up.
Yes. So that bounce out has given Archie a chance to put some
58.
space between himself, but unfortunately not there. So Steve West is only 23 points behind with throw. He's eating up the advantage.
140.
Massive 140 there to leave 186.
Art should be looking to start downstairs with great effect. Another one of them will leave the big fish. Be first to a finish, but West will still have the advantage with 186.
Yeah, it is advantage Steve West here. A good score here.
But a 140 and a 133,
60.
this is a cracking match it's turned out to be now, hasn't it?
Yep. So, are we going to reel one in? We could. Oh, he's unlucky.
98.
Yeah, brilliant darts though from Archie. 126 though, the form that Steve West has shown. He's got a shot at it. Bullseye required.
83.
So to pinch a leg, I mean, for 15 darts, you're saying you're pinching the leg. It just shows you how well both players are throwing.
Game shot.
And it's a great check out, 72, to peg one back on Steve West, and it's a breaker throw. And as you say, if he holds this one, we're back to parity.
Yeah, one breaker throw, as mentioned, but in terms of Steve West, he would have the advantage actually in leg 7, wouldn't he? But the one break to get back to 3-all. It sounds easy, but when you're playing with someone who's against someone
83.
who's chucking 100 average or 94 as we speak, it's difficult to do that. It's easy seeing that from here, isn't it?
Oh, everything's easy from your armchair or wherever you're watching this.
100.
But a nice 1-3-1 to start with the ton. He's looking at reeling in another fish at the sounds of things. But Steve West needs to get his scoring head back on.
100.
Yeah, Archie really clicking through the gears now, which is great to see. He's made a contest of this
40.
here on the Winmau Championship South, event number 3. 12 events. I already want them to be 24. Loving it. And of course, with Archie missing yesterday with being down the Motors, he'll be looking to
40.
get into the top 8 as soon as possible. Certainly got that ability to do that, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the talents. We've seen it. He's got bucket loads of talents, but Steve
99.
West just seems to be inching ahead. You know, Archie with the unfortunate bounce out there, so he's on 190. So he just needs to apply pressure. But when you're trying, sometimes it doesn't go your way.
31.
Yeah, you can over-try, can't you? But Steve West,
Yeah.
if he breaks here, he will have the advantage of throw to win 5-2. Tops for a brilliant 94. Wants 210s.
Game shot.
Gets it. He has got that break back. So breathing space once again. 4-2 he leads and has the advantage in leg number 7. It's going to be an uphill task from here for Archie Self.
Yeah, Steve just taking his time. Steps in now.
Archie's up his average as
60.
you'd expect into the 80s, but you feel he's going to have to average in that ton plus range from here if he's going to get back into it, because one good leg from Steve and it's all over.
100.
A superb front runner as you'd expect from Steve for the experience he's got, but
57.
the fluency, you can see he's playing with a lot of freedom, isn't he?
Yeah, but it seems with his back against the wall, this is
140.
where Archie seems to be producing his better stuff here. He's giving himself a chance.
Mightily impressive performance though from
140.
Steve West, isn't it?
Yeah, and as soon as you say he's giving him a chance, he smashes in a 140. But Archie be looking for a ton plus here.
3 maximums, as we say, from Steve West,
43.
but it's the 2 treble visits, the timing for Steve West that's impressed me in this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
60.
He's got to be foot perfect from here as Archie Self. He's got a potential for a break. Despite being 30 behind, he
180.
gets his first maximum.
A lovely 180, all the points touching. When you have a nice looking 180 like that, that gives you confidence. But
44.
38, at this point, would you go for the split or would you attack?
I think you've got to go directly for it. Well, that's certainly one of the things to avoid, isn't it? He's
18.
wasted a dart doing that. It's gone horribly wrong, but should be back because it's a difficult task for 140. He will be back.
You can see the frustration there for Steve. He knows he was in and around it.
100.
But steady ton to leave tops. But Archie looking to peg one back. 5-5.
Game shot.
And gets it.
I was granted that 5-5, wasn't it? Because the pressure was on with Westy being on tops. We're
Yep.
back on throw here. He said he's got to be foot perfect from here. Hold a throw to keep Steve West honest in a deciding leg. His scoring
140.
power's been found, hasn't it, at the right time for Archie Self. It'll be interesting to see if Westy can get over the winning line from here. Brilliant contest here at Bradmoor Farm.
60.
It's like the Steve West of the start of the match just didn't seem like missing, but
84.
Archie's putting pressure onto the Steve West darts, and you can see. But what a way of coming back from
140.
great darts. This is tantalising, this leg. This is hit or bust, really, for Archie. He's got to win this leg to keep himself alive.
139.
And he's giving himself an amazing opportunity here.
He's really found the grouping on the treble 20, hasn't he? You could fit about 12 darts in that treble 20, the way he's 2 or 3 darts have been lying.
83.
So, 138. Will it be the best 138? No, unfortunately not.
6 darts from 138 with his opponent on 218. He's just set that up perfectly, hasn't he?
Yep, so the way things are looking at the moment for
Fourth match.
180.
yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. And this is the point where you feel like you're behind. You hit a 180, and then that
Game shot.
happens.
So we go the distance. And who would have thought that from 3-0 down with Westy on fire? But Archie's responded beautifully. And a fitting end to this match. Good luck, gents.
Yeah, definitely showed the minerals that we've discussed earlier.
Oh, fantastic
46.
recovery from Archie Self, but the job's not done. He's got a break here, hasn't he?
And Steve's left the door open for Archie, and you can see he's pummeling in that treble 20. He's looking to throw his shoulder through the door.
A brilliant recovery, isn't it, from Archie Self? Back comes West.
140.
Fantastic darts. We mentioned the timely 2 treble visits from West,
57.
but Archie's done exactly the same, hasn't he?
Exactly that. He's given himself, and his setup play's been tremendous, leaving himself on doubles. But here's Westy coming back again.
145.
Well, we've seen Westy. We know he's got the minerals. What a contest!
87.
170 to end it in style.
He'll look to set here.
105.
And now for Archie, it's just try and score as much as possible. Try and put as much pressure on this 65.
59.
Unfortunately, it may not have been enough.
How often do you see the bullseye hit on these occasions?
But he's got the 25.
Lovely marker.
45.
158. Now, I'm getting a bit of deja vu here. I remember a lovely 158 many years ago.
Yes, it was. I remember it well as well against TJ, Terry Jenkins.
But it's not going to go. Bit of a sarcastic
33.
thumbs up there. But Steve West with 3 darts at 20. Shouldn't miss. Oh, double.
Exhibition stuff here from Westy. This might have to go.
16.
Archie with an opportunity that he wasn't expecting. Now, has he got the minerals?
Well, certainly in his wheelhouse. Moving up the board. Oh, he's got a different route. That's kept John Molyneux on his toes.
109.
He's doing a fine job with the spot and with the camera work.
Game shot in the match.
Ends an epic. Steve West is through to the quarterfinals, through to the semi-finals. I can't keep up. Amazing darts there. And credit to Archie Self, who will of course be back in event number 4. 92 average. He's simmering along nicely, and he's into the semi-finals as Steve West. 4 maximums. Impressive stuff from him there. And Archie, like I say, was warming to the task nicely in the best of 9. But Westy gets over the winning line. AJ, what are your thoughts on that one?
That was a great game, a great advert for the ADC there. Both players playing some tremendous starts, 180s and 10 starts towards the end. But looking at the other quarterfinals, Alan Slater has beat Ashley Coleman 5-3. We are still in and amongst it with Dan Perry 4-2 up against Mark Stafford. And Lloyd Pennel has beaten Graham Jenkins 5-2. So the semi-finals are looking really good at this moment in time. But we're going to go back to one of our games from yesterday.
Yeah, we'll feature yesterday's final of event number 2 later on, but we're going to go to Dai Davies. The interview with him.
So we're here with Dai Davies, who is the winner of Event 1 of the Winmau Championship for this season. How do you feel?
Absolutely brilliant. I came here, my game's been, since the World Championship, has been up and down. So I came here, just tweaked a few things and just see how I progress really. And I've gone quietly through the rounds. But yeah, to step up there against Sam, I know Sam, he's a great competitor. So to come out there 5-0, I didn't think it would be 5-0, but come away with a win is massive for me.
And your first 4 games, not a leg dropped, and especially beating players like Keegan Brown, who's tried and tested, that give you sort of confidence going forward?
To be fair, I think the third game was 4-0, it should have been 4-0. The gentleman I played missed doubles, so I pounced on that, knowing that my doubles weren't that good. So to take advantage of that, playing Keegan Brown, you have to up your game, and no disrespect to Keegan, but I breezed through that really. And then, every single game from there, I don't look too far ahead. I take every game one by one, and then playing Sam in the final. As I said, I did not think I would win 5-0, but I'll take it and move on.
And although you weren't tested in a lot of the games, you did have to go to the end of the game against Brett Claydon. I mean, how much of a stamina test is it days like this where you have to sort of battle through multiple matches?
It is tough, but I think playing on the Challenge Tour is massive because there's 2 events a day. It's what you do with your time in between. The game with Brett was a great game. I felt I should have gone 4-2 up, I think. And then next man 3-2 down, if that makes sense, I don't know. But then I hit 84 on the ball to go to the last leg. So yeah, there's great competition here. These competitions, these ADC events are so tough, and to come out of the winner is absolutely massive for me.
And to qualify for the PDC Worlds and have that roller coaster of then Q School and coming back here to win this event, does this sort of show where your game's heading?
Yeah, of course it is. The World Championship was massive for me. To play the world number 1 on the biggest stage in the world. I played really well, to be fair. So it was, all I was going to do was take confidence from that, to be fair, and I'd take positives, and then come away from that. But I've also won the Irish Open, so I've got Lakeside this year as well. So I'm just going to play all year and concentrate on Lakeside. But these ADC events are absolutely brilliant, and I can't wait to get to the next one.
And the next one is only a matter of minutes away. What do you do with your time? And is it a rush to catch up with the rest of the second round? The second event matches.
Well, I think my name's already been called, so there's no time to rest or think about it. So I'll have a quick toilet break now, and then head on to the next one. This one's forgotten about now. On to this one.
Massive congratulations.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Support 27 is now Adam Gallant, Tony Field, Robert Barton on that one, and 28, David Hill, Eddie Lovely.
Welcome back to the action, folks. We've reached the semi-final stage, and up on the big stage, Dan Perry, who we saw in the last 16, against Alan Slater. A first look at Alan. Alongside me in the commentary box, welcome back to Matt Yarrow. Matt, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me back.
Yes, our South West Regional Director. There was great insight yesterday into what's going on in your region, and I'm sure we'll touch on that today for anybody who hasn't missed it.
Yeah, well, once again, we've got another ADC Southwest player in Dan Perry, also a Dorset County compatriot of mine.
Yeah, so impressive stuff in the first match. Great young talent. Would you like to elaborate a bit more about him, what you know?
He's been around the game for a long, long time, longer than I can remember, turning up with a very tiny little stool that he used to put underneath the board and throw on. I think his dad still uses it, who plays county seniors with us as well, Rich. From a great darting family, Will Shergold, Trina Shergold, then became Trina Perry, Rich Perry. Fantastic family adults.
Yeah, like I said, Dorset County, we've got so many talents.
Alan to throw for the ball.
Experience like with Scott Mitchell and the youngsters coming through, isn't it?
Yeah, and Dan's another
Outside.
one who's continuously knocking on the door of that international call-up, and hopefully again these ADC
Also
events
outside.
and another great run could push him that extra step forward and get himself in that squad.
Yeah, I mean, of course, everyone's determined to win, but you
25.
can see that visibly, can't you? He's got that steely-eyed focus, hasn't he? A bit like Graham Hall yesterday.
Also
he just had
25.
that extra drive. There's just that 1% that makes a difference sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's got many years' experience as well down in the PDC developments,
Outside.
and challenge tours, and he'll bring that wealth of experience up to stage now, which
25,
he's done for
so
the
Dan
county
wins
with
the ball.
over 100 appearances now for the county, and yeah, this won't phase him one bit.
Yeah, and for Alan Slater, our first look for him is, I don't know whether he's got much pedigree in terms of development challenge tour or anything like that, but apparently he just enjoys his darts and
44.
coming to these events is showing the talent that the ADC offers you.
Yeah, so previous events he's shown himself to be a big scorer. His first 9 darts are generally
60.
around about the 97 to 100 mark, so that's going to be a key for Dan to stay on the even kill at the start of the legs, and when the opportunities arise, take them.
140.
Yeah, if you're hovering around about the 100 mark for your first 9, that's going to set yourself up there for that 15 to 18 dart range, which is going to take you deep into competitions
85.
like this, isn't it?
Yeah, for many players now, they're looking at concluding their leg within that 6th visit, so anywhere between that 16 to 18 dart
100.
leg is where they want to be, and Dan setting himself up to 217 after 9 here. Alan will need the reply,
140.
which he duly does with a 140, so we're pretty much as we were when we started.
Yeah, and Alan looks very comfortable up there as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, both very composed throwers, steely-eyed,
45.
composed, focused on what they're doing.
We talk about the lakeside in the past where people have gone up there for not just for the first time, but the nerves that are shown. But
56.
players have the opportunity now to play all around the country and around Europe, and you know the experience that they get from, like you say, Dan with youth level in England in
132.
2015. You know, like they're just accomplished up there, and they look at ease and at home, and that brings out the best darts.
Yeah, very much so, and a great 1-3-2 set up there to leave tops. Meaning the pressure's on
60.
Alan there for the 160. So Dan Perry will come back for tops for the first leg.
Game shot.
And a 16 dart opening leg.
Yeah, taking it out nicely with the first dart, that'll just settle him down. But what I liked about him in that sort of 60 to 61 to 100 range, he didn't need to take him out every
60.
time in the round of 16 match that he was on the live stream board, but he was on the premises, and that's what's going to get you over the winning line in competitions, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
99.
There's an old practice routine that a lot of us use now, which is the old 1-2-1s, which just looks to hone those finishes around that sort of 60, 70, 80 plus up to 130s.
60.
And they're the ones that are going to win your games.
Yeah, it's a great practice routine, the 1-2-1, isn't it? For players at all levels, really, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's where you wanna
55.
be. It makes you make throw straight darts continuously, and you're competing against yourself all the time then as well, so you're not necessarily having that extra pressure of match play.
140.
Good darts from Alan there, another 140, takes him to 241.
Yeah, the average is just under 90 for Dan Perry. This is impressive darts from him.
100.
And Alan Slater rising at 82.
And in the second semi-final, Lloyd Pennell's just taken the opening leg, so he leads 1-0 against Steve West.
100.
Yeah, one of Lincolnshire's finest is Lloyd Pennell. Travels around with Gaz Blades, doesn't he?
Yes. Yeah, I had the fortune of playing him yesterday in the first round of the second event. So.
Was that Lloyd, was it?
No, Gary.
Oh, Gary. Yeah, cracking player was Gary, and Lloyd got his England shirt, didn't he, recently?
59.
He's been another player that's been around the ADC like Tour Championship from the get-go as Lloyd. He's travelled up and down the
50.
country.
Is Dan Perry on the new way of going for the 110 there, starting on the 19s to allow you to move across to the 51, so 2 darts on the same level before going up for potentially the finish. But Lloyd's just
42.
missed the 25, so he'll set up tops, and he'll be hoping that Dan Perry doesn't take out the 60, so he can come back for tops.
Game shot.
But Dan Perry 2 from 2 from tops, a 17 dart second leg to go with a 16 dart opener.
I was going to say anything below 100 and you just feel Dan Perry's going to take it out, don't you? So it's been impressive stuff from him in the game and a half that we've seen on the live stream. He's doubled his advantage, and Alan Slater's done very little wrong, really, has he?
He's not done a great deal wrong at the moment, but Dan's just pushing himself ahead here in the averages.
100.
Again, that ton there for him takes him to bordering on the 92 average with a 2-0 lead as well. And Alan at the moment with a 78, he's going to need to find a couple of treble
95.
visits. Unfortunately not those 2 trebles. He'll need a couple of big ones now, because Dan just doesn't look like he's going to miss.
85.
Yeah, and you'll know yourself from your experience with Dan, with the averages that are being thrown, he probably can do this for 24/7, couldn't he?
He's done it many times. He stepped down to our men's B because of
140.
availability and still produced a 97 average in the men's B. And he's a fantastic young player, and he's still got many years ahead of him in the game.
And of course, you've got Jaden Walker down there, who's thrown fantastic darts for such a young age as well.
Yeah, he's keeping
58.
us all on our toes. An opportunity there for Alan, but 58 means Dan will be looking at a treble, which he duly finds first dart.
81.
That last dart he won't be happy with, so a slight glimmer of an opportunity from Alan now if he can get in.
And when you look at the 2 treble visits, Alan leads the way on that currently, 4-1 now in terms of the 140s. They're usually the key points of the match, but 5 tons to 1 for Dan Perry. He's been solid with the treble visit, hasn't he, or treble visit, shall we say, been few and far between.
Yeah, he's managed to tidy up with the tons, but it is Alan at the moment.
Game shot.
Who takes that 68, and that will settle him down no end. He can take a little drink of water, reassess, and now he's got the darts in the 4th, and he'll be looking to bring this match level again.
Yeah, Alan warming to the task. Sets up brilliant streaming for our ADC. Winmau Championship South, event number 3, the climax.
100.
The crescendo to what's been a fantastic weekend so far. And of course, we've got our final to come after this, and then event number 4 from the round of 16 stage onwards. Plenty of darts still to come this
85.
weekend. I'm buzzing, I cannot wait, can you?
Oh, it's been a fantastic weekend from start to almost to finish. I mean, we're still not there yet, but it's been superb. And an update from the
57.
second semi-final. Lloyd Pennell took the second leg to go 2-0 up against Steve West, who replied by taking the 3rd. And they're just starting
99.
the 4th leg with Lloyd Pennell leading 2 legs to 1.
Yeah, the averages in this one's evened itself out now. Both are at the 85 mark. And from Archie being 3-0 down against
60.
Steve West, he made a contest of it, didn't he? And it was a brilliant climax to that. And Alan Slater's doing exactly the same. We've got a right match on our hands now, haven't we?
45.
Yeah, we've seen on several occasions how this longer format can suddenly change. Mike Huntley yesterday up on the live stream against Graham Hall. He had that opportunity at the 28 to go 3 legs
85.
to 0 up. And suddenly, before we knew it, Graham was back bounding in the trebles, bounding in the doubles, and eventually it did make it way to a last leg decider.
140.
Almost a 180 there, almost our first max of the match, but he'll take the 141. He's first to a finish on 132 after 12.
95.
Yeah, good use of the 19s there from Allen to leave 104, but Dan Perry looking at the bullseye. Be back up to
52.
60 to leave 80.
And yeah, the double seven missed from yesterday in our final, wasn't it? And he wired them, didn't he? But how Graham in the semi-final, sorry, but how Graham Hall turned that around with his 3-figure checkouts was outstanding, wasn't it?
Yeah,
56.
that particular leg, it was the 3 missed at, well, 2 at 14s and then 1 at 7s, and I think was it 112 that Graham then poked out to win the leg. And
74.
what you're thinking is a 3-0 lead is suddenly pinned back and you're back on throw.
So for a level game, double, 2 4s.
Game shot.
That's a great dart. Fantastic dart.
And from 2-0, and the average has been about 15 separating the 92 in 78. We've got a level game, and again, averages mean
140.
nothing to them at this stage.
No, not at all. It's just you've got the throw. Dan Perry's done exactly what he needs to there, and he's found the treble to give himself the lead. 140. It's up to Allen to reply.
57.
Trebleless fillets there from Allen. Dan will be looking at the
60.
opportunity, but a steady 60 from him.
And as we edge to the midpoint of the match, and this is where you start thinking that the bull's important, isn't it? When you get into a close contest in the middle of the match.
57.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be overly focused on that at this point in time. We've still effectively got another 3 legs each
134.
to play, so that's what they'll be looking at, is get the next one on the board, and that 134 will go some way to doing that.
Yeah, and the response from Perry's been impressive, hasn't he? He's lost 2 legs off
60.
the spin, but he's just shut the door on Slater in this leg, you feel, with 167 down to a checkout after 9, and in the red bit again.
97.
Brilliant setup.
Yeah, exactly that. What he'll be doing is looking just to stop the rot there. So he's went 2-0 up. He's then given the last 2 legs away, and Allen's
60.
pegged him back to 2-2. But he's really performed well on throw here to leave 70 after 12.
Game shot.
Which he's duly tidied up for a 15-dart holder throw, which is going to win you a lot of games.
Yeah, we saw, like I say, a few matches yesterday, didn't we, where the players were in the 200 range plus, and they give away the legs, didn't they? And Dan's
40.
just shut the door there with a nice checkout, hasn't he?
Yeah, he won't thank me too much for mentioning it, but we saw Robbie on the live stream yesterday at 3-2 up, and he was sat
81.
on a double, and unfortunately for him, missed 9 darts at the double with his opponent on 300 who come down to pinch it. So you're never not in the leg.
Yeah, strange match that with
100.
Robbie Martin yesterday, wasn't it? Because it was a great look at Robbie, because the first time I'd actually seen him play, but it was a
60.
strange match, wasn't it?
Yeah, it ebbed to and fro, and again I think that leg itself was the turned the match. He could have gone, if Robbie hit the double, he would have been 4-2 up.
95.
And then he's only 1 away from victory, but from there it pegged back to 3-3, and it became a bit of a battle that he didn't really want to get involved in.
32.
But again, what a year Robbie Martin's had actually, hasn't it? 2025 was a brilliant, and he's foot on the gas as well in 2026.
83.
Yeah, he's been fantastic, really, for the last sort of 12 to 18 months, but he's really just sort of hit form from around about the UKDA
100.
Championships in June last year. So he's just continued to hit superb record averages from the UKDA and number of 180s. It's fantastic. He's a great advocate for darts in
137.
Dorset for us as well.
Yeah, and Dan Perry, another one, isn't he? Like I say, his temperament seems spot on. He seems to have a great approach to the game.
94.
He's very relaxed, very chilled. He won't be so chilled if Alan can dispatch this 46 and take it to all level again at 3-3. Moving across the hockey, get a better look at the 32,
Game
which
shot.
he finds, and you can hear the go on there. He wanted that one.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're still on throw, but following up the 15 dart hold from Dan, Alan's just done a
86.
professional job there with 6 visit leg victory. So all to play for, best of 3 from here. It's going to be a brilliant climax here at Bradmoor Farm to see who gets into the final, and looks like it will be
46.
against Lloyd Pennel, who's 4-1 up against Steve West. Brilliant performance from him so far. He's on the hill.
140.
We're about to find at the end of this leg which one of these players will be on the hill. That Another fantastic 140 there for Dan, which is his 4th of the match, which equals the same that Alan's hit.
60.
Yeah, again, 2 visits in, and Dan Perry on 275.
45.
So looking to boss his holder throw an advantage, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got a good advantage. Alan will be looking for a 2 treble visit to get himself back, and that's superb darts. The 134 really drags himself back into this 7th leg.
And although Alan Slater's been chasing the game for
60.
for much of the match, he's kept his rhythm, hasn't he? He's kept his relaxed action, hasn't he?
Yeah, you can see it's very fluent. It's a lovely action, a lovely
100.
throw. Dan's just at the moment held advantage by performing when he's needed to on throw, but there may just be a glimmering of an opportunity
32.
with that 7. Anna will be looking to jump all over this with 161 left.
Could be a big turnaround in the match. He's not going to do it on this visit, but Dan's on
65.
138.
And the clever use of the ball there, the 65, means he only leaves 96 to 2 darter. Dan Perry going old school.
Yes.
2 treble 20s.
Great attempt there, wasn't it, from Dan? But Alan could get the first lead of the match, the crucial stage. Yeah, it looked like a bit of a blocker, didn't it? But obviously, clearly not if it was from where he was stood.
Big darts now. Massive darts.
Hit double 9 in a previous match, but not on this occasion.
No, just pulled inside, so Alan will look to take this opportunity to put himself on the hill. 4-3 up, double 10, which he's found.
Yeah, brilliant take there. Punishes Dan's misses, and he's 1 away. He's got the advantage of throwing leg number 8. And like I say, with Alan Slater, there's no coincidence looking at on this evidence how he's got to the semi-final stage. I mean, beating Ashley Coleman 5-3. Ashley's been on form, hasn't he, all weekend?
Yeah, fantastic dart player, yeah.
And James Richardson, who had 90-plus averages earlier on in the tournament, and 5-4 victory. That was against Ruthless. 4-2 against Kelvin O'Keefe, and a 4-0 victory
100
in his first round match. So
Lloyd Pennel has got through his semi-final as he takes the 6th leg to take the 5-1. So he will be into the final of event 3, who he will meet the winner of this match.
60.
With Alan Slater 4-3 up and still holding throw.
yeah, and for Dan, you don't want to over-try at this stage, do you? But Slater looks comfortable, doesn't he?
He has done from the minute he's got up on stage. He's not looked flummoxed. He's not looked bothered by any of it. He just looks composed and relaxed, and he's gone for his motion. But both of them really have.
Yeah, there's been very little to separate them in the averages and in the scoreline, as there no more than a 2-leg lead at the start of the match from Dan Perry. But Alan's dug in deep here, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's a fantastic 1-3-3 there to set up the 74. Dan looking
100
to reply again, hits a ton. So 74 left after 12 darts for a place in the final.
If you're on the hill, to leave 74 after 12 is just perfect, isn't it?
34.
Match darts missed.
Big finish now.
Would have felt like a 9, wouldn't it, if you'd have got the 1-4-1?
It would have done, yes. He's 60, leaves 81. But Alan now 3 darts clear at tops in front of him for a spot in the final.
Game shot in the match.
Alan Slater joins Lloyd Pennel in the final. He gives it the come on, and a well-deserved victory. 5-3 win over the impressive Dan Perry. I'm sure we'll see more of Dan Perry, if not in event number 4, but certainly in the weekends to come. We'll look out for him. Brilliant stuff from the Dorset man. But it's Alan Slater who progresses to take on Lloyd Pennel. An 80 average, good enough. And the final will be coming up very soon, because it's going to be a quick turnaround. But Matt, thank you very much for joining us so far.
Yeah, cheers, that'd be great. Show my darts up here, yeah?
Where do you see the final? Who would you pick out of the 2 of them?
It's going to be a close game. However, I think it will be the odd leg in 5. It's going to be so close. Alan looks so composed up on that stage, so maybe having that experience of just playing that semi-final might give him the advantage. But until they both take to the stage and start throwing, we're really not going to know.
You had a good run today, didn't you? Was it the round of 32 you reached?
Yeah, 64 I think it was in the first event. A couple couple of lucky wins. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's just, if you can't play your best darts in this sort of environment and this sort of complex, then I'm not sure what you're doing in darts.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, we reiterate all the time about Bradmoor Farm, and this is the place to be, isn't it? It's fantastic.
As soon as you walk in the door, you just know you're at a great darts venue. It just gives that impression as soon as you come through the door, and it never fails to deliver, and it's ever evolving. It never changes to. It's always new next time we come in.
Yeah, well, good luck for the next event as well when you're in it. We're going to go to yesterday's final with Graham Hall. So if you missed that, check out this as we wait for our final. That'll be upcoming in about 10 minutes. So thank you very much, Matt.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the final, folks, the Graham Hall final. And we'll be back in 10 minutes.
19s.
19 seems to be the call nowadays, doesn't it?
Yeah. So just looking to set up.
98.
And the commentator's curse, he goes the 18s route. Of course he does. Of course he does.
45.
And Graham with tops here to go 3-0 up in a first of 5 would be crucial. And this is what you want as a dart player. You want a chance to go hold, break, hold.
Game shot.
And does so.
Yeah, dominating stuff so far, isn't it, from Graham Hall? He's 2 away from being the second event winner of the South region.
44.
And the greatest setting in dart.
$140.
And if you're Thomas Banks as well, you feel tomorrow's another day, don't you? So you're going to be confident in a final run. But
yeah, you're through to the final. You know, for a lot of players, they'd be happy with going into the final, and then going into the next day, you're going to try and take that momentum with you. It's easy said than done, but the way that Graham is just throwing at the moment, he's throwing freely, and you can see Thomas Banks is putting as much pressure as he can on him, but I don't think Graham's feeling it.
Well, like I say, winning breeds winning, but at the same time, it's hard to then get yourself back up in the same breath to the energy that it does take out of you, whether that be physical and mental. So for someone to go back to back, that's going to take a lot as well. 59. So it'll be interesting to see how these two finalists perform tomorrow.
Graham's got experience of that with playing in these Pro Tour events where they're back to back, and you know it's high pressure darts. Whereas for Thomas, you know, he's still a young man. He's still got a lot to
59.
learn. He's playing well. I'm not putting anything against Thomas. He's thrown some really good darts today, and
99.
He's more than ready to go again.
Yeah, like I say, there's they could play 24/7, couldn't they? These the repetition, the replication that they have.
Game
yeah,
shot.
they make extraordinary look ordinary, and that is an amazing 14 dart leg. 4-0 up. He's throwing now to win the title, and he's got all the confidence in the world.
It's strange how we say how we've had so many tight matches and we could potentially have 2 whitewashes
70.
in our final, but we'll see if Thomas has got much
40.
left in the tank. Sorry, the dad jokes remain even at this hour of the night of day 1 of the Winmau Championship Tour. I do apologise.
So I'm taking notes on that one. I'm going to take that one with me.
I'm here all weekend.
81.
So again, the advantage of throw after 6 darts remains with Graham Hall as he looks to execute that 5-0.
140.
I mean, if it was a mansion, it could be
60.
Graham the Great Hall.
He's certainly standing tall. And he could be standing tall with a £1,000 cheque.
100.
A rather large cheque, isn't it?
How do you go about taking one of them into the bank? I mean, because it's not going to fit through the window, is it?
I'll find out when I take it off him in a bit.
45.
But Graham here looking at 111 to win the match, to go out in style. Yep, 11 or 19. He's gone for the 19 for double 16 for the win.
Game shot.
Second ton topper. Graham Hall is our second champion. Wow, AJ, that was impressive.
That was a very impressive performance. A 98.88 average. You know, you're talking 15 dart leg and 116 dart leg. Thomas Banks, nothing to be ashamed of there. An 86 average. Just welcome back here to Bradmoor Farm for event 3 of the Winmau Championship Tour in the South. And we have got a great final ahead of us. We have got Alan Slater, who you saw win his semi-final game against Lloyd Pennel, who prevailed in his semi-final with a 5-1 win over Steve West. Carl, should be a very good final, this one.
Yeah, I was impressed with Alan Slater in his semi-finals, and Lloyd Pennel, we know, has got the pedigree. He's always been Mr. Consistent on the ADC Tour, hasn't he? And he's demonstrating that again in event number 3.
Yeah, he's been a very good player in the Lincolnshire setup, and you see him at all the amateur events on the open road, as it were, whether it be ADC or otherwise. He's always been a very, as I said, strong player, always at the business end of these tournaments.
Yeah, and to get through his matches the way he's done, 5-2 against Graham Jenkins, and I mean, we saw Steve West in the match against Archie Self, the form that he was in, to make light work of Westy to win 5-1. He's got through his matches without too much drama, hasn't he? Which is it's going to keep the mental reserves intact, isn't it?
That's right, yes. And with Alan Slater, you know, a great win over Ashley Coleman in the quarterfinals, and then that 5-3 win over Dan Perry that you saw on the stream, and now going into this final. I mean, they're both in good form. Should be a really good final, and it's just who can hold their nerve more.
Yeah, like I say, England international Lloyd Pennel, so you don't get to that stage without being one of the top players in the country, obviously.
That's it. It's when you're playing in the county games, it's the one you don't want to draw against.
Yeah, Lincolnshire, one of the finest counties, but same as yourself, Lancashire, isn't it? A hotbed.
Yeah, we're doing very well at the moment in the UKDA. We've had some really good wins. We had a great win over Yorkshire, our bitter rivals, in January, and at the top of the table so far. But Lincolnshire are one of them teams that love to play the role of spoiler for a lot of people. Yeah,
I was at our local derby early on in the season, Tyne Weir against County Durham, but I imagine it's a bit special, the Lancashire, the Rose derby, isn't it?
Yeah, War the Roses. There's not much love lost between Lancashire and Yorkshire, and living in Lancashire and working in Yorkshire, I'm acclimatising to the accent. I've still got to fine-tune my hearing for the accent, but I'm getting used to it now, but I'm sure they've got to get used to my Mancunian tones.
Traitor.
But no, obviously with the academy and where the shop's going, it's getting tremendously busy, and expansion is on the horizon. But we've just got to see where it takes us.
Well, of course, to get your county shirt's a proud moment. To get your county shirt for one of the Roses, shall we say, or even a Lincolnshire, you've earned your shirt or your jersey.
Definitely. I mean, I played for Lancashire about 14 years ago, and I was in the A squad, and then had to step away for. Just with work commitments and stuff, but then I did miss it a lot. I mean, the weekends are special on that county, on the county tour, and was able to get back into the squad at the latter end of last season. But they seem to be doing very well at this moment in time.
Both finalists doing their final preparations on the stage. Lovely action, Lloyd Pennel, and as we say with Alan Slater, not really got the experience on the ADC at the latter stages, but he looked at home, didn't he, with his action?
Yeah, I mean, I think with the county setups, it's stage darts, and they're going to treat this just like it's another stage competition, and they've both got experience. Lloyd has got a lot of experience in that field, and it should make for a great final.
Best of 9 for our finale from the round of 16 of the live stream. Ramped up from the best of 7. 2 one-sided finals yesterday. I think this one might be a bit closer.
Yes, definitely got the hallmarks for it. So, yeah, we're going up for the bull now.
Bullseye.
We had one bullseye off yesterday that went about 10 minutes.
25, Alan wins the bull.
So Alan starts this final, first to 5. Good luck, gentlemen.
Yes, good luck to both. We're underway here. Bradmoor Farm.
91.
The Winmau Championship South, event number 3.
Marker call, Connor Levitt, for
96.
Connor Levitt, for 40.
It's a steady start for both men.
Event number 4 going on as we speak
60.
behind us. It won't be long before the round of 16 phase. We're back into the live action. But first things first, the final of event number
59.
3.
It really is non-stop darts. I mean, if you have a good run into this first competition on the day, and then you're straight into the next competition, you've got to go
125.
through the highs and the lows, trials and tribulations, and then you're back on the board straight away. You've got to really have your wits about you.
Yeah, and with it being a finale, you want to get off to a good
25.
start, don't you? You don't want to be chasing the game. I mean, it was a step too far for Archie Self, even though he clawed it back brilliantly. But you don't want to be going 2 or 3-0 behind here.
No. So players both
55.
finding the range and just setting themselves up for finishing. Lloyd's got a lot of work to do in this first leg, but with this format, I think you can afford one leg to set yourself up.
That was also what was impressive in our with our
39.
semi-final with Alan Slater against Dan Perry. He was 2-0 down, but he just stayed within himself and he came back really well. Because the averages at one point was about 15 differential, and he brought it back to around about the mid 80 point, and but for him to do that, he must have been averaging in the high 90s.
Yes, absolutely.
A few gremlins at work in our final. Another 10 bob at the meter. Yesterday we got it looks a little bit more serious on stage for our 2 finalists. Whereas there was a lot of laughing and joking when I went on yesterday, but I like to see the body language of the pair and how they both react to it, because it's not expected and it's very rare it happens.
It is, yes. But going for the 170 now, but he'll be looking to set up more than anything. So 95 left.
94.
A time on his side for Slater, but a big score here. Could put pair to that.
140.
Nice 2 treble visit.
Yeah, it feels like it's a lap behind though, unfortunately. 76. Well, he's fluffed his lines there. Commentator's curse.
Great recovery though, 216, and he
shot.
takes it out. Recovered beautifully after that first start that went astray. And he's off the mark. Alan Slater leads 1-0. And hopefully we'll get a fluent game from here, because that leg seemed to take about 25 minutes.
Yeah, with
83.
the Gremlins doing their best to halt proceedings, but no, should steady themselves now and should be a good final.
And as we mentioned with the tablets around the boards, everything's
60.
run smoothly this weekend, hasn't it? It's been brilliant from the ADC how they're able to put things together. I know James has been working tirelessly behind the scenes with the tablets
45.
and reconfiguring them with Darts Atlas. So much work goes on behind the scenes from there.
Yeah, it's the stuff you don't see that makes these events
140.
run as good as they do.
Hidden heroes, shall we say.
Indeed. Not all heroes wear capes.
I can vouch for that.
100.
Lloyd seems to have found his rhythm now. I think without the Gremlins, both of these feel like they're at the right pace for them.
140.
Yeah, Rolls Royce action there from Slater, isn't it? And it's not very often you'll see Lloyd Pennel averaging 73, so that's going to be ramped up. The early
59.
stages of the match averages, like you say, you can over elaborate on it where they're chucking 100 plus averages early doors, but you know that he's a consistent 90 average man, isn't he, Lloyd?
Yeah, I mean, and the phrase is that averages don't win
89.
matches, doubles do, and for Alan, he had even with the fluff line on the first start, he was able to sort himself out and get that first leg with
98.
one dart at the double, 100% checkout success at the moment, but 72 now to go 2-0 ahead. Lovely dart for treble 16, double 12.
Game shot.
And again, 2 for 2.
Yeah, outstanding darts there from Slater. And the switch around the board for the treble 13 and then the double 16 in the opening leg, it was just fluent, wasn't it? Kept his momentum going. Sometimes you can make an argument for stepping back, but no messing in leg number 2 as well, was it?
As he's stepping straight in, and you can see he's found his range. The darts are going in at that top end of the treble
100.
20, so he can pile underneath it, whereas Lloyd looks like he's more of a stacker, with that flatter trajectory, but he's able to understack on this one.
140.
And did it well as well. This is they're going through the gears now, you can feel.
Yeah, both players now starting to show why they're in the final.
140.
And Lloyd knows he's got to step up because he's playing a man in fine fettle, shall we say. It's a leg that you feel that Lloyd needs
55.
to break back, because we mentioned the race to 5, but 3-0 down is going to be an uphill task for Lloyd, so it's a big leg this in the context of the final.
45.
Alan's left the door open there for Lloyd to step back in, but he's not taking
58.
advantage.
Yeah,
You can see the frustration there.
Yeah, Alan with his 45, he won't want no faffery going on, will he, at 2-0 up and wanting to turn the screw and keep on his foot to the pedal. Still with the advantage of throw here in the mid 200 range.
85.
He's not down to a finish. 1-3-1, he is down to a finish.
100.
Oh, the Gremlins have caught up. I'm with you.
So 1-3-1, 2 tops. Unlucky.
52.
A wayward last start there, so he's made things a little bit more difficult for himself, but Lloyd Pennel with a big score can give himself a chance.
Yeah, when it's a natural thing to go for the 2 double tops, but when you miss and you go high on that one, the last thing you want to do is hit a 1, isn't it? You've got to keep things simple as possible, haven't you, in terms of scoreboard pressure, and despite Lloyd being way back, unless the Gremlins leap into action and half his score.
Yes. So it's just having a few technical issues there with the scoreboard. It happens from time to time, unfortunately, with the internet and with the way systems go. Sometimes there will be a glitch every now and again, but we're hoping to sort that out very shortly.
Yeah, so AJ, for yourself, how have you got on today?
Won my first game. I played against a very good friend of mine in Ryan Sullivan, who's been struggling. He's coming back from the yips or dartitis, so it was very tough to play against someone who has been struggling, and then in the second round played against a very good player. It was a tight contest, but he prevailed in the end, and sometimes you can play well and lose, and sometimes you can play not so great and win. It's that's why we love this game.
Yeah, like I say, when you've got players that can go out in the round of 256, to have the opportunity to come back for a second tournament, that gives you something still to stay focused on, doesn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. And this is the great thing where you've got these multiple events during the day, and there's a lot of events going over the year away from the Winmau Championship tours where you're having double chances, and that shows you how many events are going on and why the ADC is doing great at what it does.
Yeah, and like I say, you look at matches that are in the 128 that could grace a final 256, and Keegan Brown, I spoke to earlier on, who was going to be joining us at some point in the commentary box for event number 4. Losing in a prelim match. There's no gimmies at the ADC tour, is there?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yeah, we're just going to head to the documentary, if anybody hasn't seen that, for the ADC, because we've got Gremlins at work with Darts Atlas, but as soon as we're back on, we'll be back with the live action. Stay with us, folks. Here's the documentary.
Don't go away.
The ADC, the Amateur Dart Circuit, we're an organisation that looks after darts players all around the world. We create opportunities and pathways for all levels of ability to take the next level and play the game they love. So we're here today at Bradmoor Farm in Aylesbury for the Winmau Championship Tour. The tour is based over 3 weekends. This year we have 12 events and each winner gets £1,000. The women's get £500 to the winner.
So there's 256 men and I believe 60 women today. We always have a few that don't turn up for the men, but we've actually got reserves ready for today, so I think that we're going to have a full house today.
This is the near as you can get to a professional level status.
So yeah, I always come down there the day before. It's early start. We start there setting up all the boards, the area, moving things around, sort of getting all the decor up and making everything spot on. So when the players come in, they get the best experience possible. So once the tournaments start, normally they're like again first thing in the morning, make sure all the boards are straight, and then we let the people in.
So I check everybody in as they come in, just making sure that everybody who's enters all checked in and ready to play, and get all the tablets set up onto the boards ready for the start.
Obviously I marshal the day to make sure they're keeping the boards flowing, so making sure that markers are at the boards, players are at the boards, and then also helping out if there's any errors that may occur on the tablets and that sort of thing.
So on the 2 weekends, I assist Michelle, who's the tournament director. Basically, I am the Alan Dedicoat of the ADC. I'm the voice of the ADC. It's my dulcet tones that come over the airwaves and announce the players to the boards.
My main role as well is to look after all the UK and Ireland regions. We have over like 11 plus regional directors that oversee their specific patch, and I manage those.
So the UK and Ireland director, I help Scott, who was obviously in charge of everything, and I just help him with looking after all the regions around the UK, making sure they're doing what they need to do.
So I run all the darts for Dorchester Trinity Club. When the opportunity came in January last year to join the ADC and run in partnership with them, as opposed to having an empty venue, we now have 24 players, fill up every week, supporting the club, supporting the venue, supporting the darts and the ADC, and without each other, we couldn't run.
So it started out as playing and obviously went on to organising events in Dublin, and now I obviously organise events all over the country or help the organisers do so, and we've brought it up to being 27 events a week starting next week, which is brilliant.
So I was approached by Scott to be regional director, firstly to run all the vaults and oversee all the vaults within our region. And we also do regional comps where it'll just be a straight knockout round robin to build your points within our region themselves.
We're on the up. Things are looking really great as a region. We're bringing on new venues all the time and things are just going to bigger things.
We've got sort of a number of new venues and we're venturing out a little bit further west. There's quite a lot of buzz, more players playing, so I think the third biggest region in terms of sort of number of people entering vaults at the moment, so really happy with that.
The vault is a round robin format based on 24 players per competition. It's 4 groups of 6 and each player with maximum entries will get 5 games of darts for a £6 entry fee.
I think it's hugely important to be part of a meaningful ranking system, so by playing the vault, players can qualify for the top 32 go forward to a modus playoff. There's opportunities for people who average under 65 to further their game in playing in the level up finals. The top 12 in each region get through to the national finals where there's an estimated £65,000 prize pot.
It's revolutionary, if I'm honest with you. It's sort of changed the way that as an amateur player, you now look at the amateur setup, because until you're a professional, you were always sort of stuck behind the scenes and like sort of always begging for that tour card. But ultimately now there's so many new opportunities to get like to where you want to be.
So for me, vaults have been amazing. I've really enjoyed playing them for how long it's been going for. Last couple of series now, I've finished in the top 5 every time in the Midlands. So yeah, it's really improved my game.
So the vaults, obviously the women can enter the vaults. They become a member of the ADC to enter those vaults. In the top 4 from each region, each series will qualify for finals weekend as well. So again, it's a fast format. It gives them a chance to sort of play amongst the men, improve the game, and just get that practice in as well.
And now we've also got the ADC Winmau World Championship Tour. It gives another 4 events for players to play in.
Other events alongside it, like open doubles, and obviously the series events for the vault finals as well will be included in there. So it's bringing it on. We had almost 800 players playing the last vaults, and obviously we want to increase that again this time around.
You'll be playing on perfect, pristine boards, a level playing field, and again, it's giving you that experience to take your next step and start competing at the highest level.
So I just need to make sure that all the games are running, assign all of the games to the boards, just keep it running on time because we've got a lot of games to get through today.
We're here for the ADC Winmau Championship Tour, events 1 to 4. We have both men's competitions and the WADC, the Women's Championship Tour as well.
So we've created the tour events to run alongside the men's ADC tour events. So to create an opportunity, another avenue for women to play darts other than the PDC Lady Series. So it's a good stepping stone. We also do Lady Singles Leagues, which is the Red Dragon Singles Leagues. So it's creating opportunities for women who can't travel anywhere as well, because they can go down the local and play in these leagues there.
I came here when they first started the ADC, before actually the late WADC came in. And we were looking at it and then spoke to Jane at the time because they used to have little knockouts. And I just thought, what a wonderful venue. And, you know, the staff is absolutely fantastic as well. Now you've got the WADC, as you said, other little things, the WDF. And we've got more countries now putting on things for the ladies. If I'm honest with you, it's one of the best around.
You're given the opportunity to these people who didn't have them before to go and compete at the best level possible, and ultimately the level's rising. Like, they are getting a lot better as well. There's no longer a gap in the standard. It's very much they can beat us, we can beat them, and it's very tough to play against. And as well as that, with the youth, you can see it with the JDC, the Junior Darts Corporation. The opportunities that it's bringing is bringing a new lease of life to the sport, and a lot of new players are getting involved.
What I want to get out of this is creating opportunities for younger players and all levels and abilities. Doesn't matter what stage you are in your career, we will create an opportunity and a pathway for you to get to that next level.
I predominantly like to bring through the younger players, the youth, because they are our future. So we have a range of people that turn up from never playing darts before to be playing darts for 14 years. But what the ADC brings is that friendliness amongst the whole room. So you get a lot for your money, you get the game for your money, and you also come away with that, with extra friends. And without the ADC, you wouldn't have.
And we are back, and sorry about the delays there. We had a few issues with the overall Darts Atlas system just there, but now we seem to be back up and running and ready to go. So just having a couple of practice darts just to get back into the rhythm, and then it will be Lloyd Pennel on 148.
Yeah, live TV, this is what happens occasionally, unfortunately, but like I say, the players will take it in the strides. And we're back at our final, £1,000 at stake for the winner, remember, £400 to the runner-up. Not necessarily about the prize money, is it? Because the competitiveness of the ranking table, it's nice to have things to aim for over the course of the season, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, apart from aiming on a dartboard, you've got bigger things to aim for as well.
60.
Leaving himself 88, and now Alan Slater walking in for a chance at 79 for a 3-0 lead.
To step back into it and hit a treble.
57.
19 with your first start, and wires 2 double 11s. So to get off the mark, Lloyd Pennel needs 88. I feel it's got to go, don't you?
Great recovery for double 16.
56.
It's unlucky there. But double 11, it's not everyone's favourite. He's got to stay on the outside now. And bumper in.
No score.
He's unlucky there, but Lloyd Pennel now to peg one back and to make it 2-1 in this final.
And we mentioned Lloyd Pennel.
Game shot.
Gets it with the last start, and now they can start afresh.
Yeah, with his pedigree and to go 3-0 down, he's got off the mark, and you've got to make him favourite from here, you feel, just slightly. But Alan Slater's done fantastically
60.
well, hasn't he? The Slayer.
Yeah, he has got this. He has got a way of breaking back and to re-establish that 2-leg cushion. But Lloyd Pennel will be trying everything he can to make it back to 2-2.
You look at yesterday's results for Alan. I was just
99.
while the break was going on. There was the last 64 where he got beat in event number 2. That was against Ian Harty. Both averaging 87, so
45.
Quality performance from both players in that one.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Charlie Wiles got to one of the latter stages on the live stream.
100.
And dispatched of him with an 81 average, 4-1. So Alan's been in decent nick all weekend.
Yeah, if you're hovering around that 80 average, you're looking around about the 18
100.
darts per leg, roughly, which, you know, for the amateur game, that's what you've got to be aiming for, is between that 15 and 18. Obviously, if you can get below 15,
92.
even better. But no, you're looking around that 18 dart leg.
And 150 after 12.
134.
Gets a 2 treble visit, so keeps Lloyd honest in this, despite having 6 darts at it from here. Alan's on the premises on 178.
98.
That's an all-important treble. Set himself up a handy 2-darter, but it's going to be under the cosh. It's going to be under pressure.
121.
A wayward dart there to leave himself tops, but 52 left, looking at 20 for double 16. 1 to go.
20.
And he'd be unlucky. He's unlucky there, but 57 to keep that 2-leg cushion.
Looks a decent marker, doesn't it?
37.
Overcooked it. So 32 for a level game. He was first dabs down to a double, but will he take the second opportunity? Doesn't look a blocker. That one does.
Game shot.
Oh, what a dart that third dart was, AJ.
Yeah, he used the first dart as a marker to just bumper in, and now we're back to 2-2, and it is now all level.
Yeah, with that second dart, it forced his arm to go high into the double 16.
125.
And he really powered through with that third dart. All important third dart, because we've got a level game. Best of 5 from here.
$26.
To be Winmau Championship South Event 3 winner. It's a tongue twister, isn't it?
For £1,000, it's
140.
We'll keep it simple for the big check of £1,000, and to be up and amongst it in the ranking tables of the Winmau
83.
Championships.
Yeah, so we'll run to the final here, and also, as well as that, run to the 64. Yesterday we got beat off
180.
Zach Cross in the round of 128. 84 average in his 4-1 loss against Zach Cross. And mentioned Zach Cross's performance. He had 100 average with 130 first 9. I've never seen the average as high as that for a first 9 of you.
That is very impressive, but this has been a very impressive leg by Alan Slater. Tops double 10 for a 12 dart leg and gets it, and that is a tremendous leg to fight back, and it is a hold, but it shows you that he's in confident form and he's playing well. And Lloyd Pennel now has to think, I've got to hit a 12 darter to beat him.
Yeah, I've been mightily impressed by the Slayer, Alan Slater.
100.
And when you've lost 2 legs on the spin, to just hit a 12 darter like that, it's fantastic, isn't it? And to do it in a final.
41.
But he's not able to capitalise on that run of form with a score. But this is the thing about being in finals.
60.
It's a different pressure. It's a different atmosphere. You know what's at the end of the rainbow. You've seen that crock of gold, and you're trying to get there as quick as you can. But sometimes
81.
you try too hard, and that's what makes finals interesting.
Well, it's certainly compared to yesterday's 5-0 whitewashes. I mean, good finals in their own respect, but we said this one would be a lot closer, didn't we?
100.
And it's proven to be that case.
Yeah, looking at the form of both players and who they've beat en route to this final, you could tell that this was going to be a classic game. And there will be twists and turns
97.
along the way.
Yeah, of course you're going to get missed doubles as well with 3 in hands and maybe multiple visits because of what's at stake. But the backbone of it is the heavy score and the 12 darters is what's got them here. That's clearly on evidence as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
180.
Yeah, and a fantastic 180 there to leave himself 102 and put Lloyd under the cosh again.
Yeah, to follow up a 12 darter and be on 102 after 12. First down to a finish.
100.
To get back his 2-leg advantage.
Absolutely. 102 here. So may go for the bull or treble 14. Went for the 14s. He'll set himself up.
Yeah, 68 left. 94.
And sets himself up well. So this 84 is under a pressure. Potential last start at bull, but it all depends on this first dart.
We said the 6 visit legs is what's crucial. He wants the bull to level things up.
54.
Overcooked it slightly, so now 8 for a 4-2 lead. A 2-leg cushion.
2 twos.
Game shot.
That's it.
And 1 away from winning this Winmau Championship Event 3.
The 2-leg advantage is re-established. And he has the throw in 2 of the next 3 legs if required, which is a big thing as well, isn't it, AJ?
Absolutely. To know you've got that kind of cushion, you can play with a bit more confidence, and he started off tremendously well here again.
135.
Yeah, it's going to be an uphill task here for Lloyd Pennel. Despite his pedigree, like I say, it's going to be tough. We know he can do it, but Slater shows no signs of stopping, does he?
No, but it's a good reply. It keeps this leg interesting. Pressure on both players. 1 to win and 1 to stay alive.
99.
And that's what we find with the likes of Archie Self early doors. When the pressure's on, they find the 2 and 3 treble visits, don't they? It's the quality comes to the fore, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nobody's gifted
60.
the win, are they?
No, that's why pressure creates diamonds, and it could be potentially a diamond performance here by Alan Slater.
Mightily impressed by his performances on the stage.
82.
Yeah, good cover there. He's not on a finish, but he's as good as will be, and with Lloyd Pennel with it all to do in this leg.
140.
But does so, he applies the pressure back. There's nothing in this leg at all. But advantage to Alan Slater with having the advantage of throw. But he's looking to set
57.
up as best he can. Only 57 may not be enough. A 140 here by Lloyd makes things very interesting indeed. And it's a great start.
Doesn't look like he'll get winning line-itis, does he, Slater? But Pennell's certainly going to make him earn his victory.
Yep. So he's left himself tops. Treble 20. No, he's going to go back to 18s for... Yep, leaves himself
92.
36. But 3 darts in his hand to peg 1 back and make it 4-3.
To get us back on throw in this final. Lovely marker. Wants tops. 2 10s to stay in it. It's got to go, you feel.
30.
And that could be it for Lloyd Pennel. That could be his last starters. Alan Slater's got 3 in his hands to win Event 3 of the Winmau Championship Tour.
Game shot
and
of the match.
does so
Alan
in 1,
Slater.
and you see the reaction. A great performance there by Alan Slater, winning the final 5 legs to 2 with a near 90 average against for Lloyd, who was just under the 80 average there. but a great win for Alan Slater.
Yeah, superb there from the Slayer. A thoroughly well-deserved win, and he beats the Lincolnshire Hot Pot.
Whoa, 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 whoa. It's not a Lincolnshire Hot Pot. It's not a Lincolnshire Hot Pot. But, no, a great win there by Alan Slater. Lloyd will be unfortunate there losing in that final, but he's had a great run. He's had a couple of good runs all weekend, and that'll put him up the rankings in the Winmau Championship Tour ladder.
Yeah, so AJ, you're going to go and interview our winner up on the stage, aren't you? So I'll let you get up and thank you very much for your company. What a final it was. So, Alan Slater, Event 3 winner, to join Graham Hall, who won yesterday, and Dai Davies. Of course, we've got Event 4 coming up from the round of 16, which will be very soon, folks. Last 16, all the way through to the winner, to see who's going to bring the curtain down on what's been a fantastic weekend on the ADC Tour. Remember, we're in Middlesbrough on the 18th and 19th of April. Lloyd Pennell's done fantastically well to reach the final. Sure, he'll be back in the business end of proceedings of event number 4. The table's taking shape. I'll update you on that as well when we come back for event number 4. Remember, the top 8 go through to finals to join the top 8 from the north. Players, of course, can feature in both tables to give themselves a double chance at that. The top 2 places for the Global Championships. But here's our winner on stage with AJ Ermston-Toft.
And I'm here with Event 3 winner, Alan Slater. Alan Slater, many congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How did that feel winning that match there for you?
Amazing, especially after the break. I mean, Lloyd played well, to be fair. Great game. We had a break. It's just what it was. Internet does what it does, but happy to get the win.
And you've had some good results here, and you've had some good wins over some very good players. And for you, what does it lead to next?
Well, this is my first year doing this, first year doing county. I'm looking at Q School next year. This is just the start of what I can do. I hope we're going to do more from this.
So we're going into event 4 very shortly, and then obviously, are you going to be doing both north and south?
That's the plan. I missed the first week. I might mind even north as well. See what I can do after today. Why not?
Why not? Indeed, you've played some tremendous starts there. Many congratulations once again.
No, cheers, mate. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So there we go. Well done. Well done. So there we have the conclusion of Event 3 here at the Winmau Championship Tour at Bradmoor Farm. But don't go anywhere. We've got plenty more darting action as it goes here with Event 4.